downtown Memorial Gymnasium, the site of an interstate rivalry. Tonight, we have the Lady Vols of Tennessee taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ron Doolin. It must have been the butterfly ballots that confused this week's AP voters, because that's the only explanation we can give for Tennessee dropping a spot down to number 3. All they did is beat number 4 Georgia by 16. They thumped Kentucky by over 70 points. Notre Dame deservedly number 1, but Kentucky moves to 2, Tennessee 3, Georgia falls to 5. Our broadcast partner, Van Chancellor, I don't think I've ever seen a team do what Tennessee did last week, and then they lose votes.
That's unbelievable. I called USA Today and got the poll, and Tennessee was not there. I could not believe it. But, Ron, remember this. It's not where you are today. It's where you're going to be in St. Louis in the Final Four for the national championship.
Absolutely, but it isn't a good time to play Tennessee. But Vanderbilt comes in on the heels of a loss to Arkansas. Didn't play all that well, but they still are the top scoring team in the conference, the best shooting team in the conference, because they have 2 of the best in Suzy Klemesheva and also Chantel Anderson.
They might be the 2 best shooters that's ever played on one basketball team. Anderson is shooting almost 76%. The Special K shooting 62, and a lot of her shots are coming from outside. These are 2 potent offensive weapons.
But the key for Vandy may be stopping the press and also playing defense.
I don't think there's any doubt. I think one of the keys to stopping Tennessee is the ability to be able to stop Lawson. I think she's kind of a person that gives them an emotional lift. And I think anytime she's away from the ball on what coaches call the weak side, you cannot sag to the help line. You got to play her tough man, play her ball side man, and not let her have the basketball, because they are bad about taking and sending Jackson down to screen for her. You cannot give her an opening. She'll drill it every time.
Well, Tennessee comes in well rested. Nobody played more than 20 minutes in the win over Kentucky, and they've had a number of players step up in the absence of Tamika Catchings. One has been Gwen Jackson.
I don't think there's any doubt when you lose a great player like Catchings, what you've got to have is a player that can step up. But what I like about Jackson, she's improved facing the basket. And what most unbelievable area for her is the ability to hit the 3, to step out there and trail on the break, make the shot. Gwen Jackson is a player stepping up and doing a great job.
There's a lot of enthusiasm here in the house tonight of the top 8 road crowds in Lady Vols history. 7 have come right here at Vandy. A crowd of over 10,000 on hand. The Vols and the Commodores next.
Yes, we're here in the pavilion at Manhattan Beach, and you're looking at Christy Ellison. She's up now in the 10th frame.
Needs 2 strikes to win the match. Just like that, she got a great break, a crossover, but she'd like to have this final strike.
And she was striking a bunch in practice.
Well, she has to be disappointed. Did not throw a good shot, and she ends up with a very difficult spare.
Can you imagine that?
Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. Deion Sanders was a superstar who had the world at his feet.
My thing was having sex with many women.
Until his demons chased him down.
And I got in that car and drove off that cliff.
This is the Deion Sanders you never knew. Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8 on Fox Sports Net. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium. It seats 14,000. We're expecting over 10,000 here tonight as number 16 Vandy takes on number 3 Tennessee. Vandy at 15-3, 11-1 at home. Tennessee 18-1 overall. We take a look at the starting lineups for the Lady Vols. We have Gwen Jackson, Samika Randall, also Michelle Snow, Kara Lawson, and Kristen Clement will be in the backcourt. For the Commodores, Suzy Klemesheva and the young freshman Jenny Benningfield will be starting at one forward spot. Chantel Anderson will anchor that front court. Also in the backcourt, we have Hager and also McElhaney, just a sophomore. And there we take a look at Pat Summitt, 27th season, 897th game she has coached, 3 games away from 900. That will happen on January the 28th versus Old Dominion. 6 NCAA titles to her credit, 19 SEC tournaments to her credit. And in his 10th year here at Vandy, Jim Foster, only 1 losing record in that time. That was back in 98-99 when he finished 13-14. He is a Temple grad, 13 seasons at St. Joseph's, was the Atlantic 10 Coach of the Year 3 times, 7 straight NCAA appearances here at Vandy. So we not only have 2 great teams, but we have 2 coaching icons also matching wits tonight, and this also provides some fireworks.
I don't think there's any doubt two of the best coaches in the country. Pat Summitt has been about a coach that's used pressure man defense. Jim Foster's been a coach who's played a lot of zone, matchup zone, different styles, a lot of the same results.
Well, Tennessee has been obviously on a roll. They've won seven straight, but Vandy, on the other hand, Jim Foster's team loses to Arkansas on Sunday. We talked to him earlier today, and he said, after the game, my players were kind of bewildered. They were just trying to figure out what went wrong, and probably because they're such a young basketball team.
When you start two freshmen, two sophomores, and a junior, the one bad thing about young players, sometimes they don't realize the intensity of each and every night that you got to come out here. They came in here and they played Arkansas. Arkansas was red hot. Gary Blair had a big win for them, and you've got to be ready to play. Maybe Vandy was looking forward to tonight, but in the SEC, you can't look forward to anybody.
Well, the series history between these two teams, there's some controversy of how many times they've played. We're thinking it's 37. UT leads the series 33-4. They've won the last 12, and the last meeting between these two teams, Tennessee won it. They played here last year, and Tennessee won by 2 in that meeting.
See, what Vandy has to do tonight is be able to handle all this change in defense that Tennessee's going to throw at them. Pressure, full court pressure, half court pressure, man one time, zone the next time. When you got young guards like Vandy has, this is going to be a problem in front of this large crowd.
Kara Lawson quickly up. Samika Randall pulls the trigger. We saw her have a great game against Georgia the other night. And the first shot is missed. Klemesheva running the court on the left side. But the first turnover of the game, here comes Kara Lawson.
That's just a young player. Anytime you get the ball off the boards and you start out and you've got to know somebody's coming behind you.
Dontel Anderson fighting for the basketball. We have a whistle and a foul. And that will go on Samika Randall, her first personal. There is a great deal of emotion, obviously, here tonight. Talking to Kara Lawson before the game, she says, we just have to kind of come out and just relax because we know it's going to be loud.
And what you had to do when you're on the road is fight off the crowd, stay in the game, make it a second half game, make it get down to the last 3 or 4 minutes, and then make plays.
Ashley McElhaney, the sophomore out of Gleason, Tennessee, running the show. Klemesheva inside. McElhaney throws it up. We have a whistle, and it's going to go the other way. It'll go against Vandy. And that is on Ashley McElhaney. Her first. So we're seeing right now, I think, the effects of this emotion. Both teams playing a little out of control, and McElhaney's got a little hitch in her get-along.
I think that would be a catastrophe in this basketball game because Jim's not very deep at the point. They only play 7 players. We'll look at as McElhaney takes the ball to the basket. I'm not sure that's an offensive foul. That was a block all the way, in my opinion. And no defensive position. How can you have offensive foul, no defensive position?
Kristen Clement goes inside. Randall on top.
One of the big keys so far from Vandy is defensive rebounding.
How about that? That's a pretty good inside pass to Glenn Jackson from Clement. Jackson has her first 2. And our first 2 of the ball game.
I think when you're Vandy right now and you're very young, I keep saying that, but they have got to score and make plays.
Well, McElhaney right now is the offensive foul. Now she has the turnover. And will go the other way.
Yes, and the reason that happened then was because Tennessee helped. A beat player came over, got up in McElhaney's face, and then she tried to pass over and then walked in the court.
Here's Michelle Snow, who's really come alive since Tamika Catchings went down with that torn ACL.
The whole Tennessee team has begun to play with Catchings out.
And there is the effects of Michelle Snow. She is 6'5", just a junior out of Pensacola, Florida, and she used every bit of that height there.
The one thing that hurts Snow, sometimes she'll get in foul trouble and remove herself from the game, not Pat or not the opposition. She's got to learn to play under control and not make the fouls.
Jenny Benningfield, number 42, the young freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky. Looking inside, Chantel Anderson. Michelle Snow may have diverted her shot along with Gwen Jackson.
And then Tennessee's trying to run at every opportunity. And they can run because they can get the ball off the board, get it down the court, and fill the lanes. But right now, Vandy's doing a good job of dropping back.
Well, Kara Lawson picking up where she left off in the Georgia game, scoreless in the first half. She told me before the game, coach just told me to be aggressive offensively. When I hit my first 3, I knew I was rolling.
You know, we talked about it in the pregame. You cannot afford to let her get a break. You've got to step up on Lawson, not give her a shot, because when she makes a shot, she's one of those players that makes the rest of the team better.
Klemesheva's pass to Hager was picked off. Here comes Lawson as Jackson and Randall. Clement goes up with the left hand, can't get it. Rebound controlled by Hager. And here comes Vandy. 4-1 in conference play. Promesheva inside, and that's why she's able to shoot 62% from the floor.
Promesheva, when you make a spin move, when you're at her height at 6'3", you can take and make a spin move on Randall and put it in. That's the play that Vandy needs to break the ice, get their confidence going.
Well, they finally got on the scorebook. Snow, nice turnaround, drop step, gets her own rebound. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called.
Anderson did a good job of getting in Snow's face and blocking and making her take a tough shot. Got a hand in face, then failed to block her out. You have got to block out Tennessee. This is the best offensive rebounding basketball team in the country. They're always going to go to the boards whether you play in zone or man. You have got to block out every play, every time. Watch a little inside play right now as they try to cut their post players inside.
There is Snow. She'll take the shot from 13. Benningfield the rebound. You mentioned Vandy will play 6, maybe 7. Part of the reason they're very lacking in depth at point guard. Ashley Smith was a backup point last year, was expected to play point again this year. She decided not to play basketball, and Julie DeGroot went back to Australia following the death of her father. So Jim Foster is thin.
Listen, Storer is not playing. She's their post player inside. But right now, Vandy has gained their composure back. They're back into the basketball game.
Zuzi Klemeshima, the junior out of Prague, Czechoslovakia, the 3 in and out. Benningfield, another rebound.
Vandy's doing a tremendous job on the defensive boards, and that's where you got to be able to limit Tennessee to one shot.
Chantel Anderson tries a little left-handed baby hook. And we've got a timeout. 15:45 left to play in the opening half. Tennessee jumps out to a 7-0 lead. Now the lead is down to 3. We'll be back.
Where are your seats for the 2001 SEC Men's Basketball Tournament? How about courtside? Sound good? Then hit SECSports.com and enter to win the grand prize all-expense-paid trip to the tournament and courtside seats with the SEC radio crew, all from the SEC corporate partners. The basketball fantasy play-by-play weekend could put you in the middle of the action. So enter by going to SECSports.com. The best seat in the house could be yours.
Believe it or not, that was me, 107 pounds heavier. Every year I made the same resolution to lose weight, but I never stuck to it. Then last year I found Nutrisystem.com. And now I'm wearing a size I haven't worn since high school. Nutrisystem made it easy. It's convenient, affordable, and the food tastes great. Make your New Year's resolution come true. Nutrisystem.com. It works.
Log on to Nutrisystem.com and get 1 week of food free.
Hi, welcome to DMT Furniture.
The unique store.
We have new.
We have used.
We have abused.
We have antiques.
We have mattresses.
We have a large selection of wicker and rattan.
We have gifts.
We finance.
We deliver.
I guess that's why it's called the unique store. Make us a part of your shopping tradition. Stop by and see what we have new and unique this week.
DMT Furniture, located next door to Promised Lane Christian Bookstore in the new Fountain Plaza Shopping Center, Highway 79 North, Paris, Tennessee.
The unique store.
Pat Summitt with 12 NCAA Final Four appearances, tying John Wooden, the great John Wooden, for the most ever. Right now, her troops lead it by 3, 7-4. We talked about rebounding. Tennessee out-rebounding their opponents by 14, and right now, Vanderbilt leading the boards 5-3. But Vandy's gone into sort of a Princeton-style offense.
I don't think there's any doubt he's had a young team. He's changed the offense from that triangle post offense. He's gone to a 2-guard Princeton type of offense with back cutting. I think that favors you. You got to spread the floor against Tennessee and cut out all that pressure defense they play.
Lady Vols, the best SEC league record since 1983. Won over 165 games, lost his 28. Inside, Jackson, tough shot.
Jackson is making some great plays. She played for Smitty down at Eufaula, Alabama, and she's had good high school coaching. But I've never seen a kid improve as much as she has in the offseason.
She's been averaging 10 rebounds the last 3 games. As we mentioned, she's really stepped up since Catchings went out. Klemesheva looking for Anderson, trying to post to the left block. Snow decides to front her. Benningfield's 3. Anderson had it. Jump ball. And a possession arrow belongs to Vandy.
Yes, and I think that when Anderson's going to have to mature and get in the weight room, and when she gets that rebound right there, she's got to grab it and stick it in the hole. She had an opportunity to and couldn't finish the play, but in time she will.
I'll tell you one thing, watching her work out today, she stayed after practice a half hour, 45 minutes, just working on her shot, some of her post move. Just from last year, she's improved leaps and bounds, no question.
I don't think there's any doubt about it because she's able to make the play. And let me tell you, the best six-man, one of the best in the country, Danker comes in and just gives Vandy some really good play off of the bench for Vandy.
Junior out of Wilbraham, Massachusetts. And it's a 9-6 game. Tennessee with the ball on top. So right back inside, and Gwen Jackson having her way with the post players of Vanderbilt. She has 6 in the game.
Vandy's got to find a solution to Jackson sometime really quick.
And another turnover for Vandy. That's going to be an offensive foul called on the Lady Vols.
Well, I think Patty Broderick tonight has been consistent. Michael Henley a charge on this end against Vandy, and we see the replay right now, and you'll see it, the charge right here, and it's a call both ways. And when you do that, no coach in the country is going to gripe.
Foul on Tasha Butts, the freshman out of Milledgeville, Georgia. Ashley Robinson is checked into the lineup, number 43 for Tennessee, the freshman out of Grand Prairie, Texas. Bedingfield had her hand hit, no foul call. And that's going to be an over and back.
One of the things you have when you have a young team against pressure, they have a tendency to go away from the basketball, and that's what happened to Vandy then. You got to go back and meet the basketball and give your point guard more outlets. They didn't have enough outlets. As you see the turnovers right now, 6-0. Is that unbelievable?
Now they average 17 a game, and the problem is they don't force a lot of turnovers, only 15 a game. Butts, nice spin move on Danker. May have walked with it, and she did, and that's the first Vandy turnover. Or first Tennessee turnover.
Butts tries to do a little too much sometimes. You got to relax when you come into the game. I think when you're a sub, unless you're a special sub, come in and let the game kind of come to you. Don't try to do too much, as we see Tennessee jump out in a half-court trap. Now the deep players must come back a little bit for Vandy.
And you don't want to make, I don't think, a 30-foot pass on a press.
There's not enough players breaking back to the ball against this half-court trap. The wings have got to come back. Danker's got to come help. Zuzi's got to come help.
We saw Georgia, I believe, with 10 turnovers in the first half the other night. 7 already for Vandy.
Tennessee's change in defense sometimes causes a problem, especially for young wing players.
Jackson, the move on the freshman Bedingfield, stepped out of bounds, and we're going to go the other way with it. Second turnover for Tennessee.
Bedingfield is going to have to find a way to keep Jackson going around, going to baseline. Hant's going to stay in this press until Vandy solves it. That's what you have to do.
Boy, the long passes by Vanderbilt are so dangerous against the quickness of Tennessee. McDivitt set to check into the lineup for the Lady Vols. Shot clock at 10. Turn around. Anderson using her height for the first basket of the evening.
Out of the zone press, there was a mismatch. Anderson taking advantage of Randall.
Offensive rebound again. Can't get it. Danker comes down and throws a couple of bows for effect.
I think you got to play aggressive when you play Tennessee.
Bedingfield inside. Chantel Anderson had great position. So deep into the paint, and Robinson could do nothing but foul her.
Run what happened there. Robertson allowed Anderson just to come in front of her and receive the basketball where she wanted to. Coach Summit's talking to her right now. You've got to get around in front. You cannot allow a great player like Anderson to get the ball that low. If she does, she's going to score.
Now, for those of you that are not accustomed to seeing a game at Vandy, yes, the teams are on either end. A rather different type of scenario here as far as where the teams sit. You can see that's tough to coach from down there, isn't it?
In 19 years at Ole Miss, I'd rather coach anywhere in the world than here. You cannot. I'm the kind of coach that like to get to my point guard. Sometimes to tell them what to do, sometimes to wring their neck, so to speak. Moms, I don't mean that personally. But then here you can never get to them one way or the other.
And we are about 3 feet closer to the old grave marker here. We're about 3 feet below the court. It's interesting. Different perspective. Now Jackson trying to post on that right block. McDivitt wearing Tamika Ketching's blue headband, and a 3-second violation is called.
What a comeback for Vanderbilt right now. They were down 7-0. Now they're back to 10-11, only down 1. What Tennessee's trying to do now is play a lot of players and wear Vandy out for the last 5 minutes like they did against Georgia. Play a lot of players, play the game, make it close, stay in there tough, and wear them out.
I'll tell you more about that. Tamika Catchings headband has a great deal of significance, actually dating back to Kyra Elsie when she was hurt a while back. Lawson can't come up with a steal. Benningfield with 6 on the shot clock. Randall with a steal. Danker right on her left side commits the foul. The basket should go, and it does.
Randall had the strength to make the steal, have the ability to carry it the full length of the court, and then convert, put it up, draw the foul, and then to have a place we watched the replay. What a steal. Tremendous quickness. Here's a player that I think for Tennessee has really, really big time stepped up, maybe not statistically, but in heart and in character since Catchings has gone down.
The problem with Tamika, she's been a tad inconsistent this year. Hager will check back into Vandy's lineup. Komesheva way out front. McElhaney hounded by McDivitt. With 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Benningfield with her first 3.
This shows you why they're one of the best shooting teams in the country right now, shooting almost 58%.
Well, her brother Tony takes off a part of his clothing every time she hits a 3, so he's got something off now, but Tamika Randall hits the deuce.
That's an area that Randall is going to have to produce in for Tennessee for them to compete for a national championship. You've got to step up, hit that short jumper, and make people come out.
2-point advantage inside of 11 minutes. Danker the pull-up. That was a difficult shot. She made it look easy.
Danker come off with a screen, and the reason she made the play, she was physical. In this game in the Southeastern Conference, you got to play physical.
Well, she was part of your down and dirty team last year, Jillian Danker was.
Yes, sir. That's what you got to be able to compete with the Tennessees and the Georgias and the Vandy's. You've got to get down and dirty. It's a physical game.
Carol Lawson has whistled for the foul with 10:41 to play in the opening half. We are tied at 15.
This year, Fox Sports Net becomes your new source for everything that's going on in the world of NASCAR. Weeknights, it's totally NASCAR at 6. Your exclusive all-access garage pass. Sundays start off with NASCAR This Morning at 10:30. The best pre-race tailgate party this side of Talladega. And race day wraps up with NASCAR Victory Lane at 9. A full recap of all the day's action. NASCAR on Fox Sports Net. Your heaven just got a little sweeter.
He's been voted the most powerful on-air personality in sports. He's larger than life. He sparked a passion taking the country by storm. And the Sporting News says he's generated more buzz than Oprah Winfrey and Larry King. He's arguably the hippest, freshest, funniest sports talker working today.
You're underpaid. There's no question about that.
That is some serious smack. Jim Rome, The Last Word, tonight at 11:30 Eastern on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome to the jungle.
Hi, I'm Matt Morrison, and coming up tonight at 11 Eastern on your regional sports report, the Hornets take to the court in Washington looking to end a 4-game slide. We'll have the best of the highlights as they look to break out against the Wizards. And the Thrashers welcome back All-Star Donald Audette as Atlanta takes on their regional rival, the Nashville Predators. It's 30 minutes of sports news completely dedicated to your home team. Join Sandra Golden and me at 11 Eastern for your Southern Regional Sports Report.
We are tied at 15. The number 3 team in the country, the Lady Vols of Tennessee, and Vandy, number 16, 15-15. Just a reminder, next Sunday, SEC Women's Hoop Crew will travel to Athens, Georgia for a Super Sunday showdown between the Commodores and the Lady Bulldogs. Tip off at 3 p.m. Eastern on your SEC Regional Sports Network.
What a game we have tonight, Ron. Excitement everywhere. If you can't enjoy this game, there's something wrong with you.
A lot of intensity in this game. Komesheva yet to get on track for Vandy. McElhaney, that was a great cut. That was classic Princeton offense.
A little give and go. And the transition defense right now that Vandy has for Tennessee is outstanding.
And a traveling call. That'll be the 6th turnover for Tennessee.
You'll just see the Princeton offense right now. That's just a little give and go. Pass the basketball. Anytime the guard is pressured, cut to the basket, kick it inside. Nice little jump shot.
April McDivitt, who got Tamika Catching's blue headband for hustle plays. It's a hustle award. You can see the field goal. Vandy, 70%. They don't take a lot of shots in the game, but they do take them close in. Anderson with 6 in the ball game.
They have tremendous patience on offense. They don't take as many shots as a lot of other teams, but when they get a good shot, they are running this Princeton offense to perfection.
But coming right back, Robinson with her first 2. Tennessee opened up a 7-0 lead to start the game. But Vandy has fought back. They've regained their composure, and they lead about 2, 19-17.
Vandy's doing a great job of back cutting against pressure. Tennessee lost the pressure and I think one of the ways you have to beat them, you have got to back cut, making them pay a price for putting so much pressure on.
4 to shoot. Danker hits underneath the rim. Offensive rebound pass. Klemesheva blows the bunny shot.
You got to be able to convert that run in big games like this.
Absolutely. Lawson for 3 off the mark. Danker the rebound. She plays with such energy and emotion.
Yes, she's a player that's accepted a role. She's not starting now, but she's coming off the bench, giving them great play, tremendous attitude. You can't, that's unbelievable.
Well, Chantel Anderson may have picked up her 2nd personal foul.
That's the one thing that we're talking about with Anderson. You cannot, that's a foul away from the ball. There was a turnover. Your teammate committed a turnover. Get away from the ball, go back on the other end, and don't take the foul run because you're too valuable to your basketball team to have 2 fouls early.
Now with 8:41, Jim Foster's keeping her in the ball game because he planned to take out Zuzi Klemesheva to give her a little breather. The turnaround, nothing but net. Robinson again, she has 4 in the ball game.
Just expound on that a little bit. You're going to get enough fouls playing normal defense. Don't get a foul in the loose ball situation that actually does not concern you.
Latoya Davis, number 4, is checked into the lineup for Tennessee, the freshman out of Forsyth, Georgia. McElhaney, McDivitt faces her up. 10 on the shot clock. Anderson not active in the post right now. Snow staying right with her. 4 to shoot. The 3. Didn't hit anything, and it'll be a shot clock violation. We'll go the other way with it. Samika Randall will come back into the lineup. Now, Jim Foster's team has worked the shot clock down, but they haven't gotten a shot off the last 2 possessions. We are tied at 19. We'll be back.
Wonder surrounds us, asking what we never thought to question. Now you can experience it all. The new National Geographic Channel. Always wonder.
Call your cable or satellite provider to experience the new National Geographic Channel.
Yes, we're here in the pavilion at Manhattan Beach, and you're looking at Christy Ellison. She's up now in the 10th frame.
Needs 2 strikes to win the match. Just like that, she got a great break, a crossover, but she'd like to have this final strike.
And she was striking a bunch in practice.
Well, she has to be disappointed. Did not throw a good shot, and she ends up with a very difficult spare.
Can you imagine that?
Despite 10 turnovers in the opening half, Vandy has tied up Tennessee 19-19, 7:56 left to play in the first 20. But right now, Klemesheva has come in. Anderson has had to go out with 2 fouls. But you look at what they provide this team. Don't both those players have to be on the court the whole game?
I don't think there's any doubt you need them in there. I think what Coach Foster's trying to do is take this particular TV timeout, substitute one right before the TV timeout, one right after. But if they're going to beat Tennessee, they've got to get both of these players in the lineup at the same time.
The last time Vandy beat a top 5 team in Nashville, February of '96, and it was the Lady Dogs of Georgia. Davis comes back, throws it back out to McDivitt. Randall looking inside. Snow is posting out Klemesheva. Randall had it, lost it. It'll be Vandy's ball.
I think this is one of the things that Tennessee's going to have to do. Their 3 and 4 and 5 players going to have to go to the basket. I mean, go to the offensive basket.
Oh, there is just a brain cramp right there by the young freshman, Jenny Benningfield. She went to take the ball on the baseline, but you can't move unless it's after a basket. And she started running up and down the baseline. It's a traveling call. That's one of the reasons I don't like to do that unless I just have to, because in crucial situations, sometimes players forget that. Randall, little dribble penetration, nothing doing. Snow keeps the ball way above her head. The shot won't go down. Rebound controlled by Hager. Hager and this Vanderbilt team is defensive rebounding. I think this is the best defensive rebounding I've seen Vandy do in 4 or 5 years. This is one of the reasons they're able to stay in the game, as they've turned the ball over a little too much. Well, they had a great year last year. 21 and 3, made it to the NCAA tournament. The turnover, Randall, pull up from 15. Snow, offensive rebound, and the putback. This is a good offensive rebounding team, Tennessee. They average 18 offensive rebounds a game. That's unbelievable. That's been a trademark of their team ever since Pat Summitt's there. I think they do that over the last 25 years as well, if not better than any team in the country. Another turnover. Randall to the hole. Count the basket. Excellent timeout by Coach Foster. You drop down 4 early in the first half. You cannot let Tennessee get away from you. You got to keep the game close. 13 turnovers for Vandy. And Tennessee has opened up a 4-point lead. We'll be back.
Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. Deion Sanders was a superstar who had the world at his feet.
My thing was having sex with many women.
Until his demons chased him down.
And I got in that car and drove off that cliff.
This is the Deion Sanders you never knew. Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Classic.
In there all year long, screaming and carrying on. Braves, Hawks, even the Predators. And he's never been on skates in his whole life. And he'll be screaming at the players like he can do it better. Fool.
Tennessee is on an 8-0 run, and they've opened up a 4-point advantage, 23-19, along with Van Chancellor Ron Thulin. And Michelle Snow has done a marvelous job.
No question. Snow, before Kitchens was hurt, was just a pretty good basketball player. After Kitchens is hurt, Snow's done it all. As you see her lead the break. When you think you're 6'5", you're going to be right down the middle of the court, and you can pass the ball to Randall for a layup. That shows me a lot.
4 points, 3 rebounds for Snow. Nice job breaking the press by the Commodores. Short, quick passes that time. McDivitt gets tangled up with Anderson. 10 on the shot clock again. Vandy working it inside to single digits. Danker to the hole. She's tripped up, and it's going to be a blocking foul. Danker is hurt.
The question is it 2 free throws or ball out of bounds? Wesley Dean says ball out of bounds.
And that foul was on Latoya Davis, her first personal. Danker's going to shake it off. Danker, who wants to be a broadcaster, and his sister played professionally in Germany. Done a nice job in her career here at Vandy. Benningfield looking for the three. About 2 feet too long. Shot clock still clicking. Plenty of time, though. Did not reset. Great battle inside. Robinson keeping Chantel Anderson from trying to post up. Anderson tried to look inside. A whistle and a foul away from the basketball. That'll be on Davis again. That'll be her second personal foul.
Tennessee played tremendous defense, running the clock down to less than 6, and then you foul away from the basketball. You cannot commit those fouls. That allows the offensive player to escape the trouble they're in.
Well, Davis and McDivitt out. Lawson and Clement back into the lineup for the Lady Vols. And there's some confusion on who this foul is going to be called on. It should be on Tennessee, and it will be. And it will be called on Robinson. That'll be her second personal foul.
What Robertson did then, they played very, very aggressive defense at Tennessee. McElhanna just set a little inside screen for Anderson. Then on the cross, Robertson just ran through the screen.
McElhanna doesn't miss a whole lot of free throws. She's better than 88%. Jackson inside. Nice spin move. Clement had it, lost it. Last touch by Benningfield.
Benningfield is going to have to learn to be physical and block out. When you come out of high school basketball at her size a little bit, you're not used to blocking out. You're used to just going after the basketball. In this league, you got to block out everybody.
You're also not used to playing 30 minutes, and that's what Benningfield is playing now as a starter. Just about 30 minutes a game. Quite a difference from high school basketball. Michelle Snow set to check in for the Lady Vols. Randall working on Klemesheva. Clement, the running left-hander, won't go. Rebound tapped around. Gwen Jackson had it, lost it. Fresh 30.
There's Randall, offensive rebound. She's going into the gaps of the Vandy zone now. Sometimes there's no individual block out responsibility. Randall is doing a good job of hitting the offensive boards. She's going to have a little help out of the 4 and 5 player.
Well, teams have hit a little lull offensively. Danker broke toward the basket, thrown away. Nice job defensively. Randall was cutting up and helping out Kara Lawson on the play, and that made the Commodores hesitate just a little bit.
Right now, Tennessee's really stepped up the denying pressure, meaning when the ball is at the guard position and the forward breaks out to get the basketball there, denying the ball, Vandy's got to find another outlet to pass.
Well, Vanderbilt with 14 turnovers, their season high, 23 versus Georgia Southern, and you see Tennessee's put 10 points on the board because of this. Jackson has it swatted away. Inside, Michelle Snow with a rebound, and we have a foul.
Right now, though, I'm impressed with Vandy's defense. They're only giving up 23 points to the number 3 team in the country. Usually that's enough. When you limit Tennessee to 23 and, maybe in the 30s for this half, you've done a good job defensively. But what you better watch now, Tennessee's going to run a little out of bounds play where they're going to try to lob the ball to Snow behind the screen.
Now, Julie Coley's checked into the lineup, number 23 for Vandy, the freshman out of Flower Mound, Texas. Well, considering that Tennessee's been averaging about 63 points a half the last couple of games, hold them down to 23 with 4:09 to play isn't too bad.
Yeah, their last 3 halves, they've outscored their opponents something like 150 to 60.
Snow works her way inside. She can't finish. Anderson with a rebound.
And a big-time rebound in trouble. A lot of things.
Great pass inside. Coley to Klemesheva.
What a fast break by the Vandy basketball team with a finish by Klemesheva. I like the way they move the basketball up and down.
Julie Coley had a great pass. Heads-up play. And the lead of Tennessee is down to 2. Closing in on 3.5 to play here in the first 20. Snow a little up and under. The finger roll won't go. Anderson takes the rebound away from her. And they're going to call a foul on Anderson with throwing the elbow. Unbelievable.
The Tennessee team was all holding on to her. I think that's an unbelievable foul. I do not agree with that as we see it under the basket. Snow goes up to shoot the basketball. Anderson blocks out, gets the ball.
No.
What do you think, Ron?
The elbows were down. They weren't up. I mean, she was putting it. That's not a good call.
That's a tough call in this game.
It makes it tougher because Chantel Anderson now has 3 personal fouls. Jim Foster has a complaint, but it doesn't matter. 3:29 to play in the half. It's a 2-point Tennessee lead.
There it is. I see it. Get it! Get the tartar sauce.
Crazy about seafood? Then you're gonna love Red Lobster. Quench your cravings with fresh fish, succulent shrimp, and everybody's favorite, lobster.
Hey, say something for me.
Red Lobster. Go overboard.
Winter is heating up with SEC Women's Hoops action. Don't miss the excitement as Memphis, Tennessee hosts the 2001 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament at the Pyramid, March 1st through the 4th. The $30 Dr. Pepper 6-pack gets you 6 tickets to the matchups of your choice, or get the complete game book for only $60. And make your SEC experience complete by stopping into the Dr. Pepper SEC Fanfare for the ultimate in interactive fun. Call today to order your tickets and be a part of the excitement of SEC Women's Basketball.
Your Super Bowl Sunday kicks off with NFL This Morning. Live from Tampa Bay on the biggest day of the year.
Lots of energy today, people.
Super Bowl Sunday begins with NFL This Morning, only on Fox Sports Net.
Tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. First, catch the National Sports Report. Then, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. And at 11:30, Jim Rome comes up huge on The Last Word. Tonight on Fox Sports Net.
One of the benefits of sitting here courtside is we can correct what is wrong. How about this? This is an angle we couldn't see, but watch the elbow right there. Hitting Snow in the back of the head, and that's what the officials saw.
That's why I think I need to stay with coaching in the WNBA, part-time TV guy, because looks like refereeing is not. I made a mistake. I was wrong. Good call.
Yeah, I agree. Our mistake. From where we're sitting down halfway to China, it's difficult to see.
Crucial part of this game now with Anderson out. The big rebounder is not there. They've got to hang on till the second half.
Now, if you're Coach Summit, do you want your 6'5" post player playing against players a lot less in height, shooting 20-footers?
Yeah, I think she'd like to have Snow back under the basket as we see Tennessee press, but I don't think Coach Summit was too happy with that shot because Vandy right now is very small. They don't have their big player in.
Danker for 3, in and out. Lemesheva tried to keep it alive. Here comes Kara Lawson. Clement on her right. From 16, Lemesheva the rebound. All Vandy wants to do now is weather the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
No question. Get to halftime, being tied up or close. Well, they've had 2 wide open looks, and didn't miss both shots.
Now we've got a foul. We've got a double foul. The first foul is going to be called on Pillow of Tennessee. The second foul on Benningfield. So we got a double foul as the two ladies were hooking it up on the inside.
Now, I think we see Patty Broderick at this time. See both of them kind of holding and pushing and shoving. And Patty says, hey, we're not going to have much more of this. We're going to call a foul on both of them. The game's not going to get out of hand. This is basketball. This is not wrestling.
You like when officials take control of a physical game like this. But you also like officials that understand that there is a great deal of emotion in this game.
And a lot of pride.
Absolutely. A lot of volunteer fans in attendance. About a 3-hour drive. Snow, about a 1-second drive. A whistle and a foul, and that'll be on Michelle Snow. Her first personal.
Human nature trait. You miss a little chip shot, your Snow, you have it up under the basket. Then anytime you do that, frustration's going to set in. You're a little irritated that you missed it. You're going to just a reflex come over the back. And, but I still am impressed with how Vandy's rebounding the basketball against this athletic Tennessee team.
Now this is the 4th free throw shot by Vandy. Tennessee has shot 1. Lemesheva at 75%. As a team, they shoot 75%.
This might be the best shooting college basketball team I've seen in a long, long time.
Well, they're on pace to break the NCAA record for field goal percentage. After the miss, Vandy gets a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Coley spotting up and working around.
Good patience by Vandy at this time.
McElhaney for three.
Vandy's missed 3 wide open shots. If you're the coach, you're running the offense, that's all you want. That's as good as you can hope for.
Pillow, great position inside.
I think there was a mix-up in defensive assignments with Anderson out. I don't think Susie realized she was playing in the middle of this zone and no one was covering Pillar inside.
And the lead is back to 3 inside of 2 minutes. Danker again, another hustle play by the junior.
Offensive rebound. Vandy's did a wonderful job of offensive rebound.
McElhaney with a drive from the right side. She has 4 in the ball game, and Tennessee's lead is 1. And Tab Summit wants a 30-second timeout.
You don't give up penetration like that if you play for the Lady Vols. You don't get to stay in very long, as we see McElhaney ball fake right now, drive right down the middle, and Snow had her back to the basket. Randall should have helped off. You've got to help inside from a basketball. You can't give a layup. Give up an outside shot, but don't give a layup up, because most people make all their layups.
Well, Kristen Clement was the one who got faked out on the play, but she didn't get a whole lot of backside help.
Yeah, you're going to make defensive mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you have teammates. Right now, if you're Coach Jim Foster, you're pretty happy because you're only down 1. You got Anderson setting out. There's going to be an advantage to Anderson setting out. She's got to rest these 4 minutes. That'll give her a shot to play in the second half. But if you're Pat Summit right now, you know you've got to take advantage of of Anderson out, and they're not. That's why she's a little upset and take the timeout.
Well, Tennessee has 6 players on the court, and I don't think that's allowed in the SEC 7, actually.
I don't think Coach Summit's a very happy camper at this time. I think we got 7.
We got 6 now.
Yeah, we had 7.
Now they got 6. Now they got 5. And Jim Foster's saying that's supposed to be a technical foul. Well, they came out with 7 on the court. That's why they're ranked number 3.
Well, if you can get away with it, take advantage of it.
Now a minute and a half to go. Tennessee with the ball, nursing a 1-point advantage.
Vandy's doing a good job of changing defenses. They're playing Lawson man. They're zoning the other players, and that's causing Tennessee a little problems offensively.
And again, Tennessee turns the ball over. Vandy with 65 seconds left in the half with a chance to take the lead.
I think this is human nature. When the big player for the other team goes out, sometimes you have a tendency to let up a little bit.
McElhaney's 3, no. Kamesheva, the rebound. The putback won't go. Randall, the rebound.
Kamesheva, very good offensive rebounds, and then shot 2 air balls.
Lawson for 3. Quick trigger. And a 12-second difference between the shot and the game clock.
Okay, right now, if you're Vandy, I'd want to run the clock down and make sure that I can either get, not the last shot, but get 1 shot and limit Tennessee to only 1 possession. Then I know positively the worst negative, I'd only go down 2 or 3 at halftime, trying to stay close.
There you can see the differential. They better hurry. 5 to shoot it. Danker again. She's going to have to force it up with 1. Doesn't get it. Rebound, Klemesheva. And they'll get the last shot. Danker for 3. Maybe Tennessee will have the last shot. Lawson with a prayer. It'll count. Doesn't go. Tennessee jumped out to a 7-0 lead to open the game. Vanderbilt with their big score, their leading scorer, Chantel Anderson, 3 personal fouls, have come fighting back. 20 minutes into the book, Tennessee leads by 1. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap last week in the SEC, plus a very special conversation with Vandy coach Jim Foster. All coming up in just a minute.
Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. Deion Sanders was a superstar who had the world at his feet.
My thing was having sex with many women.
Until his demons chased him down.
And I got in that car and drove off that cliff.
This is the Deion Sanders you never knew. Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
He's been voted the most powerful on-air personality in sports. He's larger than life. He sparked a passion taking the country by storm. And the Sporting News says he's generated more buzz than Oprah Winfrey and Larry King. He's arguably the hippest, freshest, funniest sports talker working today.
You're underpaid. There's no question about that.
That is some serious smack. Jim Rome, the last word, tonight at 11:30 Eastern on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome to the jungle. Let's go back out to 15 now, where McDermott has taken a lot of time, Gary, to look at this putt. This would drop him to -10.
Well, this is downhill slightly and very fast.
There's Davis. He makes the save and quickly clears.
Very smoothly done.
Well, that's a brilliant shot. And you don't see that on the scorecard, Gary, but that's the kind of play that wins championships.
Coming this year, an event 75 years in the making. Critics hail it as a stunning achievement. Audiences everywhere are calling it an incredible display of skill. Everyone agrees. You won't believe it until you see it. And now, it's on its way to you. One team, one game, one special night. The Harlem Globetrotters' 75th anniversary. Amazing.
Coming to UT Martin Skyhawk Arena on Tuesday, January 23rd at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today.
After I had my kids, I gained so much weight. I tried every diet, but only Nutrisystem worked. I lost 80 pounds, and now I'm back in a size 8. The Nutrisystem plan is easy, convenient, affordable, and the food tastes great. Look, I understand where you are. I never thought I could feel this good about myself again. But I did it, and I know you can too. Nutrisystem.com will make it happen.
Log on to Nutrisystem.com and get 1 week of food free.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
We welcome you back to Nashville, Tennessee. Halftime of the game between interstate rivals Tennessee and Vanderbilt. We're inside Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Vandy, along with Van Chancellor Amron Thulin. Do you realize how lucky we are? The last 3 games we've had have been spectacular. Last Sunday was no different. We had South Carolina taking on Florida. This turned into a 3-point fest. 22 of 43, the two teams combined for behind the arc. Tatiana Troina, 26 points, a career high, including a career best 7 from beyond the arc.
There's no question. The Tot woman was red hot in this game. She was shooting them from everywhere. She had the feeling. She felt good. What a game.
And how about Brandy McCain, though? She answered with 29 points, including 7 of 14 from beyond the arc.
I had a feeling before the game started that McCain was going to step up, penetrate, shoot the threes, do everything. She made a lot of threes, but she did a lot of other things for her basketball team.
Now, Florida started to pull away midway through the second half, and they went on to the 12-point victory, the final 97-85. Another SEC action on Sunday. Alabama upset Mississippi State by 3, and Tennessee, as we noted earlier, blasted Kentucky. The Lady Vols bench 57 of the 110 points. In Oxford, LSU continued winning. They won it by 12. Marie Ferdinand were the 22nd straight double-figure performance. Arkansas, they won their 3rd in a row. Amy Wright, the school's first double-double in assists and rebounds. And Wendy Willett scores a team-high 20 points in the win. That performance, combined with a 17-point effort against Mississippi State, gives Wendy the SEC Player of the Week honors. Now, we saw her struggle against Kentucky. You told her after the game, Wendy, just keep shooting.
Well, I think when you're a shooter, you got to think you're going to make the next shot. But I thought Coach Blair did a great thing late in that game with a game assured of a win. He put Wendy back in, let her get her confidence, and she is beginning to shoot the ball. And if Arkansas is going to go as far as Wendy Willits carries them.
She is an excellent player and an excellent young lady. Congratulations to Wendy Willits, the SEC Player of the Week. We're at halftime with Tennessee and Vandy. More halftime activities from Nashville right after this.
We've set our sights on the future. We are part of a team that has recreated a portion of the human eye. This development is helping scientists find new treatments for injuries and infections that threaten sight. One day soon, our discovery may be used for corneal transplants, restoring sight to hundreds of thousands of people. We are the University of Tennessee.
Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. Deion Sanders was a superstar who had the world at his feet.
My thing was having sex with many women.
Until his demons chased him down.
And I got in that car and drove off that cliff.
This is the Deion Sanders you never knew. Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
下一则新闻，
是今天下午进行的中原总决赛，大家都在观看着，等待着这刻的到来。这位选手他已经做好准备了，大家报以热烈的掌声。他已经做好了准备活动，两个眼睛紧紧地盯着这棵树，他正在做着准备活动。他先向以前的长者行着礼两位勇士还在继续发着梦。
Yes, we're here in the pavilion at Manhattan Beach, and you're looking at Christy Ellison. She's up now in the 10th frame.
Needs 2 strikes to win the match. Just like that, she got a great break, a crossover, but she'd like to have this final strike.
And she was striking a bunch in practice.
Well, she has to be disappointed. Did not throw a good shot, and she ends up with a very difficult spare.
Can you imagine that?
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Tennessee has led by as many as 7. Vanderbilt has led by as many as 4. And at intermission, Tennessee leads by 1, 25-24. Prior to tonight's game, Van Chancellor had a chance to sit down with his friend and colleague, Jim Foster, to talk about basketball.
Coach Foster, y'all have an incredible shooting percentage. You're shooting almost 60% as a team. You have one player at 70, another at 60. How in the world have y'all achieving that?
Good players, first and foremost, and we've got a nice scheme for them. And they're willing to make the next pass, very unselfish group, and they understand what a good shot is for them.
Is that a change in schemes from last year? What is that scheme if you have changed it?
It's a change, Van. We're doing a lot more. We move our players around a lot more, spread the floor a lot better. Our spacing is much improved. We've got 5 players that can handle the ball for us, and with Chantel Anderson, obviously a great target in the middle.
Well, switching gears just a little bit, where do you see the SEC nationally, especially at NCAA time?
Van, I think it's like any other year. I think there's going to be 6, 7, 8 teams that are good enough and qualified enough to get into the NCAA tournament. And I think our conference, because we play each other in January and February, I think we're ready for postseason play in March as a result. I don't think we have any off nights in January and February. And I think there's such a wide variety of styles in our league. It's advantageous come tournament time.
Okay, you have 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior. You're going into the toughest part of your schedule. You want to go into the SEC tournament in Memphis. You got to play in the NCAAs. I'm sure you'll make that. Are you concerned right now about the youth of your team?
Well, sometimes youth is the ignorance of youth is a positive thing and not a negative thing. And right now, I think we hit a little youth pocket on Sunday against Arkansas. They came in here, played a great game, had a great game plan. And for whatever reason, we didn't understand who they were and what they were going to bring to the table. And I think it's a wake-up call for our young players. And we had a great practice yesterday. And obviously, you don't have to wake up for tonight. Tennessee is Tennessee, and I think our players are looking forward to the opportunity.
Now, Coach Foster has put his team in a position where they can compete for the lead and the victory. But we still have a lot of basketball left. The Lady Vols lead the Commodores by 1. Highlights and stats straight ahead.
Stand on the edge of the earth. Succeed. After 3 weeks of agony, jump for the sheer wonder of it all. The new National Geographic Channel. Always wonder.
Call your cable or satellite provider to experience the new National Geographic Channel.
Sunday night fights on Fox Sports Net. Pound for pound, the best fighters in the world go toe-to-toe. Witness boxing fury from a ringside seat. Sunday night fights.
Believe it or not, that was me, 107 pounds heavier. Every year I made the same resolution to lose weight, but I never stuck to it. Then last year I found Nutrisystem.com. And now I'm wearing a size I haven't worn since high school. Nutrisystem made it easy. It's convenient, affordable, and the food tastes great. Make your New Year's resolution come true. Nutrisystem.com. It works.
Log on to Nutrisystem.com and get 1 week of food free.
Hi, welcome to DMT Furniture.
The unique store.
We have new.
We have used.
We have abused.
We have antiques.
We have mattresses.
We have a large selection of wicker and rattan.
We have gifts.
We finance.
We deliver.
I guess that's why it's called the unique store. Make us a part of your shopping tradition. Stop by and see what we have new and unique this week.
DMT Furniture, located next door to Promised Land Christian Bookstore in the new Fountain Plaza Shopping Center, Highway 79 North, Paris, Tennessee.
The unique store.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Despite not shooting their usual hot shots, Vanderbilt only trails by 1 at intermission, 25-24. Tennessee leading by 1. Once again, Ron Thulin joined by Van Chancellor. And I think Tennessee at times, Coach, looked like the fluid Tennessee we've seen in the past. But you have to give credit to Vanderbilt because they came fighting back.
I don't think there's any doubt. Vandy's playing very tough. I don't see Tennessee playing with quite the passion I saw them play with against Georgia. But right now, give Vandy credit. When you've made 15 turnovers in a basketball game and you only trail by 1 point, that's a credit to what you're doing offensively and rebounding especially.
Now let's take a look at some of the highlights. And Michelle Snow came up big in that opening half for Tennessee.
As I think about a 6'5" player stealing the basketball, Ron, carrying it the full length of the court, and then dishing it off to Randall for a layup. You get someone that can rebound, as we see Randall shoot the basketball right now. Watch Snow go to the offensive boards, get it, stick it back in. So many players can catch the ball, but they cannot finish. That's what separates Snow from a lot of other players.
Klemesheva, Susie Klemesheva, she checked in with 7 points in that first half.
Yes, I think Susie stepped up. She's been the player that's kind of stabilized Vandy, especially with Anderson getting her 3rd foul with a little over 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, that obviously hurts Vanderbilt. And here is that 3rd personal foul following the missed shot. She comes up on the rebound, but she dinks Michelle Snow in the head.
Yes, Tennessee misses this shot. Anderson goes up in a crowd, as we'll see her, as she's defended Snow inside. Tennessee will shoot the basketball, and then Anderson will go up in a crowd, and she grabs it, kind of clearing out everything, hits Snow in the back of the head, getting her 3rd foul.
And that will hurt. But when you look at the numbers, the thing that stands out, obviously, Vandy not shooting the ball all that well, but 15 first-half turnovers, Coach.
I don't think there's any doubt. How they're in this game like that, I don't know. But points in the paint, they're about even, and points off for turnovers. I'm amazed that Vandy's committed that many turnovers and is only down by 1.
Almost half of Tennessee's points have come off Vanderbilt turnovers. Second half tip-off is straight ahead. We have a good one. Tennessee leading by 1.
Vanderbilt University.
If you look around the world in, say, 1492,
we don't just teach history, we make it. With a tradition of education for nearly 130 years, Vanderbilt is a place where leadership and learning come together. Vanderbilt University, excellence in teaching, research, patient care, and community service.
You gotta have hope. You gotta have hope. Without hope, life is meaningless. Without hope, life is meaningless and less. You gotta have hope. You gotta have hope. You gotta have hope. You gotta.
Sunday Night Fights on Fox Sports Net. Pound for pound, the best fighters in the world go toe-to-toe. Witness boxing fury from a ringside seat. Sunday Night Fights on Fox Sports Net.
Yes, we're here in the pavilion at Manhattan Beach, and you're looking at Christy Ellison. She's up now in the 10th frame.
Needs 2 strikes to win the match. Just like that, she got a great break, a crossover, but she'd like to have this final strike.
And she was striking a bunch in practice.
Well, she has to be disappointed. Did not throw a good shot, and she ends up with a very difficult spare.
Can you imagine that?
Hi, I'm Matt Morrison, and coming up tonight at 11 Eastern on your regional sports report, the Hornets take to the court in Washington looking to end a 4-game slide. We'll have the best of the highlights as they look to break out against the Wizards. And the Thrashers welcome back All-Star Donald Audette as Atlanta takes on their regional rival, the Nashville Predators. It's 30 minutes of sports news completely dedicated to your home team. Join Sandra Golden and me at 11 Eastern for your Southern Regional Sports Report.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to SEC Women's Basketball, Nashville, Tennessee. Even our game had a little country music flavor to it as Emmylou Harris sang our national anthem. Looking at the leading scorers, Klemesheva with 7, Anderson with 6, playing with 3 fouls. Snow, Jackson, and Randall all checking in with 6 points.
Big key for Vandy and early. Anderson must play about 8 or 9 minutes without committing a foul. If she gets a shot inside, she can't block it. She just got to stay out of foul trouble.
Well, that's the way to do it if you're Tennessee. You come out and get the first points of the game.
Penetrate. Make Vandy play man defense on the ball.
And Anderson is starting the second half.
You match Tennessee basket for basket early. That's very important because for a young team, it's Vandy. You've got to keep your composure and your confidence.
Klemesheva now with 9 inside. Jackson shot off the mark. Vandy with a chance to take the lead again. They've lost 12 straight to Tennessee.
Vandy's going to come down, run this Princeton offense, back cut the overplays by Tennessee.
Klemesheva, the pull-up from 15, and she comes out firing away.
Wow, that's working. When Vandy screens on the ball, the person that's defending the person who's screening on the ball has to step out, hedge out, kind of show and tell, so to speak, and stop Klemesheva.
Number 5 in the SEC in scoring. She already has 4 in the second half. Randall moving on the freshman. Benningfield can't finish. Here comes McElhaney. Anderson posted on Snow. Nice help defense by Ace Clement.
But anytime the ball is on the wing like that, and McElhaney has the basketball and takes that long to pass it inside, there's going to always be offside help on the weak side. There's no question about it.
Benningfield triggers the inbounds pass. Klemesheva out front. Benningfield has already hit a 3. Inside, Chantel Anderson had the shot, couldn't get the baby hook to go. Kristen Clement, her jumper.
One of the changes that Tennessee's making this year is anytime one of the big players rebounds the basketball in their break, Pat's got them right now dribbling out, not trying to outlet the ball. What she's trying to do is get them to dribble out. They're dribbling as high as to the center line and then passing the ball, and that's very tough to get back in transition defense against that break.
Oh, yeah. Clement commits the foul. Her first personal, first team foul here in the second half. Hager for 3. Chantel Anderson, the offensive rebound, and she is fouled on the putback attempt.
And I think this is what Snow has to do. When Vandy shoots the basketball, Snow's got to get around. Snow's playing on the top side defensively, Ronnie. When you do that, it gets you out of a little bit of defensive blocking out. But when the ball is out, you just got to make the effort, get around, and keep Big Ol' Anderson off the boards.
Yeah, now Snow has picked up her second personal foul, and Chantel Anderson, 69% from the line.
Yeah, but when Snow gets in foul trouble, the difference all Tennessee does is reach down and get Ashley Robertson, one of the best freshmen in the country, who's 6'6". It's just different. They just have that depth. You lose one parade All-American, here comes another one.
Chantel Anderson, who celebrated her 20th birthday yesterday. And the Vandy lead is at 1.
And you get 2 free throws in your Anderson. You've got to make Tennessee pay a price when you get those free throws.
Randall around Hager to the hole. That should be an offensive foul, and it will be on Samika Randall.
What I think Randall has got to learn to do that run is pull up and shoot the basketball. You're trying to get too close. You've got to be able to make the little 8 to 10 footer if you're going to be a big time. As we watch Randall go across trying to get too close, put the ball up and actually charged after the shot.
Yeah. Nice job by the freshman Benningfield drawing that charge. Hager.
Hager's not very bashful. Every time I see she gets an open, she's let it go. She's missed two, but she hasn't stopped shooting.
Guess you can say that Hillary's just not good from the right side, huh? Oh, no. No political jokes, right?
No, it's okay, Ron.
That's okay?
I mean, I've come to expect that from you. When you lose this TV gig, you can go into, I'll put you in New York City in some nightclub.
Yeah. Probably make more. Well, Kristen Clement, she goes out. She's had a frustrating night.
Your teenage daughter's sitting there at home. It's a cheerleader saying to herself, Dad, how could you do that?
They're groaning right now. Tennessee trying to regain the lead. Anderson, the last to touch the round ball, and it'll be Tennessee's basketball with 16 on the shot clock.
But you better watch. Tennessee does a really good job. Watch for Tennessee to try to go inside to Snow and Jackson and try to run a little cross right here and get the ball inside against Vanderbilt.
Snow just hanging out, tries to set a pick on Benningfield. McElhaney on the taller Lawson. Nice ball fake. Jackson short arms a jumper, the putback.
Vanderbilt has to realize when Jackson goes in, you got to block her out. She's too active. She's very, very active on the offensive boards. Missed a little 15-footer, but just jumped up and put the offensive rebound in.
Jackson, her first two of the second half. McElhaney, the bank is closed. The rebound, the putback by Hillary Hager.
Tremendous effort, confidence. I love freshmen who come ready to play in front of big crowds in big games.
Freshman out of Franklin, Pennsylvania. We have a whistle and a foul. That'll go against Vandy.
Anderson, fourth foul. Key play of this basketball game. Run away from the basketball. You're committing fouls. Chantel, you cannot commit fouls away from the play. In other words, Snow was not in a position to score. You're too valuable to her team. But the third and fourth foul is not her problem. When she got her second foul away from the ball in the backcourt, it's what's led to all of her foul problems.
You're taking out a player that averages 20 points a game. She leaves with 6. Snow brought the ball down, put it right back up, and she has her 6th point of the ball game.
And what does Tennessee do? Just the second Anderson goes outside to go inside to Snow, try to take advantage of their height.
That's a smart play. Lemesheva being hounded now by Gwen Jackson, who's playing behind her. With a baby right hook, and she gets it to go.
Lemesheva right now is carrying her basketball team with a short jumper posting up. But right now, she's going to have to come down now and play Snow, giving up 2 inches. And she's not used to playing in there, but what she's going to have to do is defensive rebound.
Are you surprised they're not trying to front Snow a little bit more? Jackson, that's going to be an offensive foul. Another nice job by Jillian Danker.
Danker has come to play. I don't know if you can measure how important I think Danker is to this Vanderbilt basketball team. Coming off of that bench at any position, guard or forward, giving them a lot of pluses.
This year, Fox Sports Net becomes your new source for everything that's going on in the world of NASCAR. Weeknights, it's totally NASCAR at 6. Your exclusive all-access garage pass. Sundays start off with NASCAR This Morning at 10:30. The best pre-race tailgate party this side of Talladega. And race day wraps up with NASCAR Victory Lane at 9. A full recap of all the day's action. NASCAR on Fox Sports Net. Your heaven just got a little sweeter. Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. Deion Sanders was a superstar who had the world at his feet.
My thing was having sex with many women.
Until his demons chased him down.
And I got in that car and drove off that cliff.
This is the Deion Sanders you never knew. Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Can a bank help you catch the spirit of the Southeastern Conference? It can if it's Regions. Because throughout the Southeast, Regions has more than 800 locations, providing greater convenience and service to our customers. So whether your team is just going for bragging rights or a shot at the national title, only Regions has the strength to be there with you. Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC Championships.
Good crowd on hand, just about 10,000. We've had 8 lead changes, 3 ties. Right now, Vandy leads by 1, 32-31. Klemesheva, you'd have to say it is all on her shoulder as Ace Clement sits now for Tennessee. She's had some problems tonight, struggling both offensively and defensively. But Klemesheva, with Anderson out, she's got to take over the scoring line.
And she's got to step up. She's got to score. But the biggest thing I think she's got to do, she's got to rebound and defend Snow, because Snow can take now her advantage and really be an offensive problem for Vandy.
Walked way out front.
Tennessee gives a different look right here with a little 2-3 zone.
Danker loses the handle. Could have been a traveling call. McDivitt's jumper, and rolls around and down.
Yeah, Pat Summit out of the timeout, switches defense. I don't know if Vandy adjusted to that very much. Now they're back in a 2-3 zone. Just giving a different look. This is one of the philosophies of the Tennessee team.
Klemesheva in some problems. McElhaney for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
But McElhaney will say, get that zone out of here, Coach Summit, because I can drill it. I think Tennessee can't stay in the zone too long, not with the way Vandy can shoot the basketball.
Former USA Player of the Year for Tennessee, and Kyra Elsie, we're not sure who she was throwing it to.
To the Vandy player. Nice pay.
10 turnovers now for the Lady Vols in this ball game. Vandy has 15, none here in the second half. Klemesheva working inside. Let's see if they call it on Snow. And they do, and that is 3 on Michelle Snow.
What Vandy's doing against this 2-3 zone is running a 1-3-1 zone offense, running Klemesheva on the baseline, using her body to shield herself away from Snow, drawing the foul. But the reason that's working, they got great shooters on the wings. And anytime you have, against the zone, tremendous shooters on the wings, you can get the ball to the high post or on the baseline, because that makes the zone go so wide. But we said Klemesheva had to step up. She's doing it right now, no doubt.
Well, now they're going to take Elsie out, put Samika Randall back into the lineup. Klemesheva will go to the line, over 1,000 career points. And she is 2 of 4 from the stripe, and she's usually automatic. 75% on the year, but the lead is at 3. Biggest Vandy lead was 4. That was at 23-19. Tennessee's led by as many as 7. They retain possession with 18 to shoot.
So what Tennessee now has done is bringing in 2 shooters against kind of a matchup or kind of a 1-3 zone, man and Lawson. They brought in McDivitt and Lawson, shooters to go against Vandy's defense.
Snow over Klemesheva. We'll try it again. The pump fake. The bank won't go. Snow goes over the back, and that is number 4.
Snow is missing some really easy shots. The second shot was a tough shot. The first shot was a really easy shot. You got to convert it. Snow comes out. Now we watch her inside as she turns. She's got to make that shot. This shot here is a tough shot. She's leaning off. And then when you miss 2 shots, frustration sets in. Offensive foul. Snow thought she got fouled, but I thought it was a correct call. But don't feel too sorry for Tennessee, because here comes Robertson. Outstanding freshman that can do it all.
Ashley Robinson, she's 6'5", a freshman, parade All-American, a high school All-American. Highly recruited by just about everybody.
Anybody that's got a program recruited her.
Bedingfield for 3. Rebound, nice job, good hustle by Hillary Hager, but Tennessee will have it, down by 3.
Yeah, Vandy's done a good job of attacking this half-court trap that Tennessee's trying to run. Tennessee needs to get something going offensively right now, whether it's inside or out against this zone. On the weak side, Vandy's just playing Lawson straight head up.
Inside, Gwen Jackson can't get it to go, and Robinson goes over the back, and she commits her 3rd personal.
Right now, though, Vandy is going to have to take advantage of what's going on right now. Tennessee's unable to score when you get that going. But look at Vandy's situation. 13:40 to go. You're already in the penalty. You're only 3 fouls now away from being in the 2-shot bonus. At this time, I think that's crucial. Anytime you commit so many fouls that you got 13, 14, 40 to go, and you're in the penalty, that's such an advantage.
Danker, another good free throw shooter, 72%. She averages just over 13 a ball game.
With Anderson out, this is where I think that Vandy misses Stowe. The senior, that was playing well, got hurt early in the year. I think Candace Story is a big player that right now has really hurt Vandy. But they're seemingly making up and doing well.
Biggest lead for Vanderbilt, and it quickly evaporates. McDivitt with the three.
No conscience. Lawson and McDivitt, tremendous sub by Coach Summit, bringing in a shooter, but both of those have no conscience.
And the lead is 2. Lazy pass.
You got to come meet the basketball. Lazy pass, but you got to come meet the ball.
Hager looking for Danker. Shot clock at 6. Danker to the hole with a left hand.
Danker's making all of these plays, but the reason she can, she's been here. She's been in the league. She's played all of these years. She's been in this atmosphere every year. She's played at Knoxville. She's played in Georgia. She knows what to do and how to do it.
And the lead is 4. The number 16 team in the country leading the number 3 team. Robinson over Klemesheva. She knocks it out and it belonged to Vandy. Klemesheva's doing a nice job. She's not leaving her feet, Coach, but she's got her hands up.
Oh, yes, and now Tennessee has been unable to score. Coach Summit's going to try to change that, create some offense by going to a full-court diamond, 1-2-1-1 press, trying to score, giving Vandy another look. When you can't score on offense, try to press and create some offense.
And their press was successful in the early going. Danker for 3. Rebound, Benningfield, the putback.
Benningfield, what has given Vandy such an advantage? They have such a height advantage. They're 6'2", 6'3", and right now they're causing Tennessee some problems defensively.
Biggest lead of the game for Vandy. It's at 6. And the crowd is really into it here at Memorial Gym. Randall. McDivitt never saw it. Lawson falling to the ground. And it'll belong to Vanderbilt.
McElhenney was playing Lawson so much man away from the ball, she never saw the ball. They're basically face guarding Lawson right now. Somebody else besides Lawson's going to have to step up for Tennessee right now.
(42-36), the biggest lead of the game for Vandy, and the Tennessee fans who have made the trip sitting right behind the Tennessee bench. Not a whole lot to cheer about, and they were very loud the first 5 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, but don't worry, the Vandy fans are loud enough to make up for both teams. I've never been involved in a game. No. The fans are so close, such an exciting game. I feel like I'm playing and coaching right now, right? I feel this is what a great game to do.
Well, it's a 10-3 run now for Vandy over the last 4 minutes, and that's why they have their biggest lead of the game at 6.
But don't you worry. The Tennessee Lady Vols will come back. I've seen it too many times. They'll keep their poise. They've been here. They've been on the road. They're used to playing in front of great crowds. They're going to have to find some offensive punch by somebody, whether it be Randall, McDivitt. I think Jackson would do well to come up to the high post and dribble penetrate against this zone.
Klemesheva met out front by Jackson. Danker cut through. McElhaney for the 3. She takes a lick, goes down. And McDivitt will run the show. Tennessee spreading things out offensively. McDivitt pulls the trigger on the 3. Last touch by Tennessee. Hillary Hager made a move for it, but thought that it was off a Tennessee player and let it go. But the Lady Vols will have it. 11:28 to play. They trail by a half a dozen.
Of all the online shopping websites, one stands out as the destination for SEC fans, SECstore.com. Inside, you can visit over 20 different product departments, offering over 100 items per school. And there's no better place to get official, cool SEC logo merchandise. And when the clock winds down at championship time, official victory caps and tees go on sale instantly. It's the ultimate shopping experience for all SEC fans. SEC
coming this year. An event 75 years in the making. Critics hail it as a stunning achievement. Audiences everywhere are calling it an incredible display of skill. Everyone agrees. You won't believe it until you see it. And now, it's on its way to you. One team, one game, one special night. The Harlem Globetrotters' 75th anniversary. Amazing.
Coming to UT Martin Skyhawk Arena on Tuesday, January 23rd at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today.
After I had my kids, I gained so much weight. I tried every diet, but only Nutrisystem worked. I lost 80 pounds, and now I'm back in a size 8. The Nutrisystem plan is easy, convenient, affordable, and the food tastes great. Look, I understand where you are. I never thought I could feel this good about myself again. But I did it, and I know you can too. Nutrisystem.com will make it happen.
Log on to Nutrisystem.com and get 1 week of food free.
Moments ago, Pat Summitt trying to coach her team with an incredible amount of noise in the gym.
It's hard to hear yourself talk to your assistants, much less talk to your players.
Now she's trying to get her team fired up. They're not shooting the ball well tonight, only 35%. But Vandy's a good defensive team. Only one opponent has shot better than 45% against them. That was Auburn. But Tennessee shoots about 46 normally during the year.
They're not letting Lawson get started because I think she's an emotional player. She's making every shot tough.
Nice rebound and a putback. Robinson outstretching those long arms, and she has 6.
She's 6'5", playing about 6'8", with an arm reach. Tremendous offensive rebound, going to the board, just grabbing it and sticking it back in.
You made a great point about Lawson. Remember what she did against Georgia. She hit the 3, caught on fire, 3 threes, 9 points quickly.
And fired up the Tennessee team. The shots she made, I didn't think were near as important as the emotion she gave the team.
Now McDivitt, the no-look. Randall got it.
I think that's the shot that Randall has to make the rest of the season. Not get that shot and try to get closer. You got to pull up and make the shot.
We've had 10 lead changes, 3 ties in the ball game. Vandy only 2 turnovers in the second half, and that's part of the reason they've had success offensively. Lemesheva trying to post up. You can't get it over Robinson's hands. Bad entry pass.
Bad choice of place. You got to just move the basketball and reverse it.
3 consecutive baskets by Tennessee, and we're tied at 42. And now the Tennessee fans have something to cheer about.
Yes, and right now, Vandy's not very many possessions away from having to take a timeout, quiet the crowd, settle their players down. You cannot carry any timeouts to the house. You don't need them tomorrow.
8 to shoot. Danker always has the ball in her hands when the shot clock's going down. The prayer not answered. It went off Jackson's hands.
I think he missed that call. I defended the other call. From way over here, it looked like to me it was off of Jackson's hands, but he was closer, and he made the call.
Let's take a
look at it going up. The ball is up. Yep.
Rolled off her arm. And Jim Foster wants a 30-second timeout.
But what you have to do, it doesn't make any difference who the ball goes off of. Refs are going to miss some. They're going to make a lot of great calls. Yeah. These 3 people are having a tremendous game. It's a tough game. I admire what they're doing. But what I'm saying is, if you're a player now, and if you're a coach, forget that call. Go to the next play. You can't do anything about that.
Well, the Lady Vols have hit their last 3 shots over the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That's why they are tied up at 42. And we've seen this time and time again with Tennessee. They don't panic on pressure. Now, the other side of the coin, talking to the Vandy players today, they said they have not panicked this year. I think Jim Foster put it up best at halftime. Said sometimes ignorance is good to have. I think some of the freshmen don't understand.
I don't think this game is a seesaw game. Both of them are doing everything they're supposed to do. You got to admire the fight in both basketball teams. What Vandy's trying to do is hold on until they can get Anderson back.
Robinson inside, 4 consecutive hoops now for Tennessee.
And Tennessee's doing this. They're running the ball to the strong side. Coming back to the weak side away from Robertson and kicking the ball to Lawson, and then she's passing the ball for the shot inside. And right now, Robertson just overpowered Zuzi.
They need a basket if you're Vandy. Coley for 3. Benningfield fight for the rebound. Has it swatted away by Jackson, but we have a foul.
Yes, and I think it's offensive rebounding. I'm impressed with how well Vandy is rebounding the basketball overall, offense and defensive. We'll see the replay right now, as you'll see. Jump up, go inside. You're going to make the play. Hager does a good job of getting the ball and trying to put it back in, draw a foul.
Benningfield will be at the line, 82% on the year. Tonight, you see, 5 points, 7 rebounds.
Anderson comes back into the game right now with 4 fouls and the game tied up. I do agree with that. Take a chance on it. Because you're not going to save her till tomorrow. She rests tomorrow. They don't play till Sunday.
That's right. She went out at the 16-minute mark. 12 free throws for Vanderbilt they've attempted. Tennessee has attempted 1 in this ballgame.
Right now, Anderson will go back in and provide the defense that Vandy's going to need inside. Just her long arms, her presence will be there.
Randall quickly met by Klemesheva. Now Jackson being guarded by Anderson. Tennessee throws the ball away.
Tennessee likes to run a little back cut where they carry the ball to the right wing, and then a guard come up and back pick for a post player, and it's usually been very good to him. Coach Foster's got it scouted out. You can't do that against SEC coaches.
Here's the pressure. Randall putting the body on McElhaney. Looking for Anderson. Nice job defensively by Robinson. And Vandy's going to call a 30-second timeout.
Very smart. Very, very smart. You have no one to pass the ball to. Every possession counts. But right now, in the last 3 minutes, Tennessee has really picked up the pressure defensively. That's what they're doing. I think this is an area that they've improved in. Defensive pressure, just defensive causing problems.
Al, if you think this is good, our fun continues on Sunday as we head to Athens, Georgia. A little Super Sunday showdown. Kick off your Super Bowl weekend with the Commodores of Vanderbilt taking on the Lady Bulldogs of Georgia. Tip-off will be at 3 o'clock Eastern on your SEC Regional Sports Network. Van Chancellor and I and our entire crew will be there to watch Andy Lander's squad go up against Jim Foster's troops.
Coco and Kelly Miller, 2 scoring machines. They can score in the dark. Look out.
See how they can rebound from the loss to Tennessee. Still a lot of basketball left to be played in the conference. Klemesheva. Right in the paint, the bank, it is open.
I think the freshman Collie made a tremendous pass inside. You can pass the basketball. What a game. We got into the fun game just to watch and try to just play. It's a great job, both teams.
Klemesheva 9 points in the second half, 16 in the ball game. Tennessee staying big. Robinson, the pull-up shows she has some outside game.
You're 6'5", maybe 6'6". You got long arms. You get her out at the free throw line. You're thinking that's the best place to have her. And then what does she do? Make it.
Well, she has 10. Her career high is 14. Clement getting ready to check back into Tennessee's lineup. Klemesheva. And it'll go against Vandy. And that is against Anderson. She is out. Anderson will leave with 6 points in the ball game at the 7:42 mark. And we have a timeout. 6 points, 6 rebounds for their leading scorer, Chantel Anderson. But with 7:42 left to be played, Vanderbilt has to find somebody else to step up.
Get inside the game at SECSports.com, powered by Total Sports. You'll find in-depth analysis throughout the season, live TotalCast game coverage, video and audio clips, fan polls, and you can enter to win weekly trivia prizes. At SECStore.com, pick from over 1,500 items in 20 product categories. It's the ultimate SEC online experience, powered by Total Sports, official online provider and corporate partner of the SEC.
I'm Roy Kramer, Commissioner of the Southeastern Conference. The SEC has long been known for its athletic prowess, but let me tell you what I'm really proud of.
The commitment to academic excellence and community service our student athletes demonstrate.
Last year, over 1,000 student athletes were named to the Conference Academic Honor Roll and Community Service Good Works team. That's what I'm really proud of. The Southeastern Conference. Today's student athletes, tomorrow's leaders.
The Southeastern Conference. Your source is SEC TV. Thursdays at 7, only on Fox Sports Net.
Your Super Bowl Sunday kicks off with NFL This Morning. Live from Tampa Bay on the biggest day of the year.
Lots of energy today, people.
Super Bowl Sunday begins with NFL This Morning, only on Fox Sports Net.
Well, Chantel Anderson is fouled out of the basketball game, and this would have to be called a learning experience for that young lady.
What you have to learn if you're Chantel Anderson, you're so valuable to your basketball team. Yeah, you've got some questionable calls, but don't put yourself in that position. Don't be in there going for the offensive boards. When you have 4 fouls, you cannot go there. You cannot put the official or yourself in that position. Now we see Ace Clemens coming back in the game. That's just a ploy by Pat to try to wear out McElhaney at the point. Bring in another defensive player, pressure them, try to wear out Vandy here for the last 2 minutes of this basketball game.
Well, Anderson has fouled out 6 times this year. This may be the most costly.
Yeah, but sometimes you get the impression that the refs are picking on you. They're not picking on you. What you got to do is get in there and be able to play a little bit smarter.
13 lead changes in this game. Vandy does not have the depth of Tennessee. Randall the pull-up, and they have been on fire the last 5 minutes.
If Randall makes that shot consistently, that will make a difference as Tennessee tries to make a stretch run. As we see now, what Ace Clemens comes into the game is playing McElhaney man-to-man, won't let her have the basketball, making somebody else make the plays for Vandy.
She also has 5 inches on Ashley McElhaney. McElhaney has not sat down once. We've got a foul. They're saying Klemesheva stepped in front of Randall. Give Randall a Golden Globe Award.
I'd like to see that on replay if we've got it, guys, because I just don't know about it. I'd have to see the cameras. We watch it. We watch Danker come across. I don't know about that now. Why was that an offensive foul?
She made it look real good. That's what you have to do. Larry Bird was great at that in the NBA. A lot of players are good at that. And now Tennessee with a 3-point advantage. Randall uncontested to the hole.
Great senior with that experience, the ability to come in and make plays.
Vandy led by 6, but Tennessee has put on quite an effort. Klemesheva inside, misses close range. 5-point Lady Vol lead.
This is what Randall has to do. You're senior. You've been an All-American. You've been All-SEC. You got to step up and make plays, whether it's a score or a rebound.
Randall baseline. Looking for Robinson on the inside, and Tennessee flexing their muscles with their height. They're on a 16-3 run.
And this is what Randall has done. Penetrate, kick the ball to Robertson. That's making plays. She didn't score, but she's the one that makes plays. Coach Foster has to take a timeout. Cannot let the game get away from it.
It is up to a 7-point lead that matches Tennessee's biggest margin dating back to the opening minutes of this ball game. Now, if you're Jim Foster, you have your leading scorer. She has to sit down with 5 fouls. Did it at the 7:42 mark. What is he telling his team right now besides calm down, we're still in it, let's get back in our sets?
Whatever you do, don't panic, number 1. Number 2, there are no 7-point plays in the book. Don't try to make it up at a long time. You got 5:39 to go. 7 points is nothing with 5:39. What you got to do is dig in defensively, make some plays offensively, stop Randall, and then realize, hey, all we got to do is move the basketball, stay with what we've been doing. We've got a good basketball team. Let's play our game this last 5:39.
Benningfield triggers the inbounds pass. Plenty of time left in the ball game. Nice ball movement. They got a break. They'll try that play again. 9 to shoot. Dangerous pass. Danker baseline. That's going to be a blocking foul against the Lady Vols.
I think when Clemensico gets the basketball on the baseline against this 2-3 zone, instead of passing the ball back out to the wing, she's going to have to look opposite, hit McElhaney outside, because when they pass the ball run to the wing, Tennessee has time to switch in the zone and move, and then McElhaney is not open. They're able to go back and convert and defend her. What Susie's going to have to do, catch it on the baseline, kick it out to McElhaney.
Anchor 2 of 2 from the stripe. And now Vanderbilt only 7 of 14 from the free throw line. Lawson again with 3. The biggest lead of the game for the Lady Vols.
See, against the Lady Vols, when you crack the door just a little bit, they have so many weapons. They have so much poise. They're able to come back and be able to make the plays.
Danker for 3. Last touch by Lawson, and it'll be Vanderbilt's ball. But how many times have we seen Carol Lawson? She kind of goes along, and then bam, she hits you with a 3.
When you give her a little bit of an opening, she's like a kid run. Give her an inch, she takes a mile, so to speak. She can just make plays.
Clement doing a nice job on McElhaney, but she's whistled for being a little over-aggressive. But you have to say that was good defensive effort by Clement. That's number 2 on her.
Yes, no doubt about it. But right now, Vandy has to realize they're still in the basketball game. They need maybe 3 defensive stops the next 3 times down the floor, then convert on offense. They failed a little bit here at the free throw line. They got to be able to step up, make the free throws.
7 of 15 now from the stripe. Normally 75% on the year. Snow in when Jackson will go out, and Tennessee has still shot just 1 free throw in this ballgame.
Tennessee, still Tennessee, but I like this young Vandy basketball team. They have a tremendous future, whether it's in this game or the next game. I like the way they move. I like their offense, but you got to admire Tennessee's fight and grit when they're down 6, and you think they're at their lowest ebb, they just step up and make plays.
19-3 run, the biggest lead of the game. Tennessee had it a moment ago, but it's been cut down to 9. Randall goes baseline on Danker. Danker puts a body on her, and she's whistled for the foul. That'll be number 2 on Jillian Danker.
The last 4 possessions that Tennessee's had, Shamika Randall has made the play. Penetration, baskets, dishing off.
And they're going to call a push on Benningfield.
Watch for Tennessee on this out-of-bounds play to take Snow and Robertson and cross inside and try to kick the ball inside to Snow.
Robinson's so agile for 6'5", and so is Snow. Robinson crashing the boards. The putback won't go. Ball still loose. Vandy comes up with a good hustle by the Commodores.
Smaller Vandy team right now, just scrapping, fighting for everything they have. And that was a key defensive possession.
Clement making McElhaney work. Now Lawson on top of Danker. Tennessee fans chanting defense. McElhaney, Klemesheva. Rebound, Snow takes it away from Danker.
And here comes Tennessee really running the basketball, pushing it.
The lead is 9 inside of 3:45 to play. Tennessee led by 1 at intermission. They fell behind by 6 till going on this recent run. Randall. Snow had it, and she is hit by McElhaney. That'll be the 16th foul. And we've got a timeout. 3:35 left to play in the ball game. Vanderbilt had the lead, but now they find themselves down by 9.
Yes, we're here in the pavilion at Manhattan Beach, and you're looking at Christy Ellison. She's up now in the 10th frame.
Needs 2 strikes to win the match. Just like that, she got a great break, a crossover, but she'd like to have this final strike.
And she was striking a bunch in practice.
Well, she has to be disappointed. Did not throw a good shot, and she ends up with a very difficult spare.
Can you imagine that?
Wonder,
surrounds us, asking what we never thought to question. Now you can experience it all. The new National Geographic Channel. Always wonder.
Call your cable or satellite provider to experience the new National Geographic Channel.
Tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. First, catch the National Sports Report. Then, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. And at 11:30, Jim Rome comes up huge on The Last Word. Tonight on Fox Sports Net.
Yo, you know who led the league in assists last year? Should have been you, yo. Watch my Jim Jackson, no-look confusion maker. Hey, Utah, there's a little something we call style.
Tennessee in a 19-4 run the last 8 minutes and 55 seconds, and that is why the number 3 team in the country leads by 9, 55-46. Vanderbilt, number 1 in the country in shooting the basketball, first in the SEC. Tonight, not such good luck.
Because I think they've had some wide open shots they've missed, but also I think that Tennessee's time just defensively very, very strong, very tough, causing Vandy some offensive problems.
Kristen Clement on the drive, and she is fouled with 3:33 to play in the ball game. Only the second free throw of the game for Tennessee. And that foul was on number 24, Hillary Hager, her first. Their season low was 9 versus South Carolina.
I thought also a good move for Tennessee defensively. They brought in Ace, and she just started playing McElhanger man-to-man, would not let her have the ball, made another player, one of those young guards, handle the basketball.
Now she's making her work. You don't have to make a steal, you don't have to block a shot, but you make that person who's already played roughly 37 minutes. And she's probably a little tired right now, probably sucking a little legs here. The drive to the hole, count the basket. Vandy's still alive. Bedingfield with 5 in the second half, 8 for the ball game.
Bedingfield is going to be a special freshman as we see her catch the ball on Robertson, penetrate to the basket. I think Robertson right there, when she gets out on the floor, I think you got to give a little ground. I don't think you can get out there and pressure, especially at her size, that far out.
Bedingfield 2 for 3 from the line, and the lead has been trimmed to 6.
And you know, right now, as you look at this basketball game, if Vandy had a hit better than 6 for 5.
Oh, McDivitt with a huge 3.
McDivitt is such a great shooter. What an addition to this Tennessee team, but she goes in at the right time.
The former Indiana Miss Basketball. Danker has it taken away, and a foul will be on McDivitt. McDivitt with 8 points in the second half. A couple of threes and a deuce.
But let me give Coach Summit credit. She's not afraid to put in a young player late in the basketball game. You got McDivitt, who's a sub right now, into the basketball game with 2:53. And I say sub. Everybody, Tennessee plays a lot of players, and I don't know who should be subs and who's not subs. They all can play.
Now Shamika Randall back in. 9 for 18 from the free throw line as Clement goes out.
You know, if Vandy right now was 15 for 18, this game would be so close. This is an area that I just cannot believe that Vandy's struggling in right now. 9 for 18, and over the year they have been so good.
Rick Barry had a great line. The Hall of Famer said, "This is the only time in a game you can be selfish and help your basketball team." And tonight, Vandy can't do it. The putback will go by Klemesheva.
And Vandy's still in the basketball game with a tremendous offensive rebound. Only down 7. Still plenty of time. We'll see Tennessee now go to their 1-4 offense, run a little clock, and try to go inside and get an inside play for Snow.
7-point lead for Tennessee. Snow, the pull-up. Rebound into the hands of Jackson. Her putback, it goes. We have a foul.
Tremendous offensive rebound, the staple of this Tennessee program. Offensive rebounds, overpower people and put it back up. Jackson, as we see this play, Snow misses it. Jackson goes inside. Might have been over the back, but that's one of those calls. You just got to be tough enough to withstand it and block out. Put it in. Now you got a free throw.
Jackson good at 73% on the year. So Tennessee 0 for 3 from the line, and the fans wanted a foul. Vandy's still in it, down by 9. Benningfield for 3, and she buries it.
Screen on the game. You got to come out on that screen, Snow, and defend that. You got to come out and stop her shooter. You can't let her shooters come off of that screen and make it. Down 6, 2 minutes to go. Vandy needs a defensive stop now.
Ashley Robinson will come in for the Lady Vols. Snow over Klemesheva with the right hand.
Every time Vandy gets close, Tennessee comes down, runs a little back screen for Snow. Snow overpowers the player guarding her. Have such a tremendous height advantage.
With 1:35 left, Vandy with 1 timeout left. And it's a 60. Trailing by 8. Inside, Danker gets the deuce.
Vandy's going to have to come with some full court pressure now, because it does not matter whether you get beat by 5, you get beat by 10. You've got to come out and play for the win. You're down 6. You only have 2-3. Tennessee now is going to go to a little spread, a little 1-2-2. Now penetrate. If Vandy's going to let the clock run down, when it gets down to this point, there's no sense coming out now. Play your normal defense. Don't get impatient and overplay.
Shot clock at 8. McDivitt on Hager. 3 to shoot. Randall, the pull-up, the basket.
Great job by Tennessee of running the shot clock down, running the spread, trying to go inside the Snow. Couldn't go inside the Snow. Kick it back out to Randall. Penetration, pull-up, jumper.
Now the basket went. I think we have a delay of game warning. I think if that's what the call was. Against Tennessee. They lead it by 8. Vandy needs some instant offense.
Tennessee goes to a zone.
You got to get something. Danker for 3, and she buries it.
I'm surprised Tennessee went to a zone with a 3-point lead. Now Vandy's got to come out and take a foul, but you don't want to foul Lawson.
Lawson, 30 of 32 from the line this year. They got to do something, and they have to foul her. She's only missed 2 free throws all year. McElhaney had to commit the infraction.
I think Vandy had to come up then, pressure the ball, and make Lawson give it up. Because here's why. Lawson is one of the best free throw shooters in this. She might be the best on the team under pressure, because she has no conscience. She's thinking right now, I'm going to make both of these. What are we doing for dinner? She's thinking about what Coach Summit's going to feed them every game. She's not worried about making these free throws.
31 of 33 on the year.
They were giving out money here at halftime with Lawson on the line. It's just like money in the bank, buddy.
Take that check and put it in the bank right now.
Yeah, it's not like one of those checks in the mail. It's already in the bank. Now Tennessee comes out in a little token press, trying to make Vandy take up some time, giving them another look, trying to run the shot clock down.
Danker, the pull-up looks good, short, rebound Snow, and she is tackled from behind. And Snow took a little exception there.
Well, go to the other end. That's the way the game's being played. Don't take that personal. Danker missed the shot, went in and tried to rebound the ball and take a foul. Go down to the other end. Well, you make a player pay. Don't get mad. Make free throws.
That's how you get back to them.
You get even. How you get even? Step up, make them pay a price, win the game.
Snow will have a couple, and that's the person you want to foul. She's only 54% on the year. The numbers on her tonight, 8 of 11. That looked pretty good. Amika Catchings likes what she sees.
See what I think is this. Take everything you have, roll the window down, throw it out the door, because let me tell you, all that matters is win, get the job done. Forget all that other little stuff that's out there on the outside or in the game.
Makes it look easy. A double-double for Michelle Snow. The lead is 9. They just need a basket. Danker to the hole, gets the deuce. And the timeout is going to be called, and I think that would be the final timeout for Vandy. And it is a full timeout. and that should be their last.
McDivitt's going to come back into the game for Tennessee, giving them better ball handling there to this shot, a smaller lineup to be able to pressure the basketball. I think McDivitt's been a player that's come off of this bench and given Tennessee a tremendous lift. I think Vandy has to come out and pressure right now and try to steal the basketball.
Now you look at both teams are in the bonus. The possession arrow belongs to Vandy, but Vandy now without any timeouts with 10 seconds even remaining, down by 7. Stranger things have happened, but they've got to come up with something huge right off the bat.
They need a miracle.
Yeah.
And Ron, I want to say this to the Tennessee fans. Last week, they got on me for wearing the Georgia red tie. They've got on me this week for wearing the Vandy gold tie, whatever it is. But I want to only say this. Tennessee is not lost with me doing a telecast for them this year.
That's right.
So next week, next time I have Tennessee, I will guarantee you I will not be wearing one of these other team's school colors. I hope.
I hope not either. But when we go to Memphis, he will not be wearing anybody's colors, but he will have his Elvis sideburns on. So SEC fans, it's not too early to start planning your trip to Memphis. The women's SEC tournament Thursday, March 1st through Sunday, March 4th at the beautiful Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. For ticket information, contact your SEC school.
And that's going to be let me tell you, not only going to be a great tournament. I love the city there. I lived close to it for 7 years when I was a high school coach out in Horn Lake, home of Elvis Presley, the Blues, some of the greatest ribs in the world.
That's right.
And I'll tell you, the best women's basketball in the continental United States.
Well, we're going to see it come March at the Pyramid. And now Pat Summitt calls a timeout. We've had 13 lead changes, but Tennessee took over this ball game at the 8-10 mark. They were down by 6. They went on that 19-3 run, got them the lead, and they've led since 8 minutes ago. And that's why they lead by 7 right now. Now, let's talk Pat Summitt. She calls the timeout. Why?
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a mystery, but I think they're going to practice something. They see Vandy come out with something they didn't think they would come out in. They want to make sure when you get a game right here, you think you have it won. You're going to take that extra time out to make sure that you get it done. Now they're going to try to run long against this Vandy man pressure. Watch Randall break out long. I don't know if Lawson will throw it, but Lawson's going to try to get the ball back in, so she's the one shooting the free throw.
McElhaney giving Lawson a lot of room. There's Snow, breaks down. Could we have a dunk? Yes, we do!
Now I understand why Tennessee called the timeout the second Vandy went into the man pressure. They threw long for Snow to make the dunk.
She dunked back on November the 25th versus Illinois. And she does it again tonight. I think the Vanderbilt fans even enjoyed that. Let's look at it again.
Yes, as we see Lawson throw the basketball. She played football in the 6th or 7th grade. I knew she had the arm. I just didn't dream Snow was going to be able to dunk the basketball. But that's why Coach Summitt taking the timeout late in the game.
And the lead goes to 9 with 7.3 seconds, 70-61. Another delay of game was called, I believe, against Tennessee, so that'll be a technical foul, and McElhaney is standing at the line to shoot it. In football, it'd be excessive celebration.
Well, I don't know what it is today. I do know that I think if you're Tennessee, you're enjoying it. I think if you're Coach Foster, this is going to be embedded in your brain for a long, long time.
Now they just showed it on the big screen above the arena.
And the officials are trying to sort through what they actually have. Some players off of the Tennessee bench came over. You got a technical on the dunk. I think they're trying to determine. There's a new rule out now. Used to be all technicals were 2 fouls. Now it's only 1 free throw. And as we see the look, as Snow grabs it, that's legitimate. Up and in the basket.
McElhaney will shoot the free throws. He is only 2 of 4. Boy, that was thrilling. And Snow comes out to a standing O from the Tennessee fans.
I think they were trying to determine whether that was a 1 foul or a 2 foul shot. And I think if it doesn't involve between two players, there's only one technical this year.
McElhaney takes it to the hole off the glass, and it goes with 0.2 of a second left. And Tennessee comes back from a 6-point deficit. They have now won 13 in a row over Vandy. The game highlighted by the dunk by Michelle Snow. This is a big win again for Tennessee.
I don't think there's a doubt. Big win for the Lady Vols.
We'll take a timeout. 70-64 is our final.